How's that? Is that better? Hi, everyone. Sorry I was late. I feel a little disheveled. I just got out of the car. We just turned on to my road at exactly 10 o'clock. Got here as fast as we could. I think my camera's crooked. My lighting isn't right. I'm still muted? No, I think I fixed it. It's good now? Yeah. I was like all messed up. Max is yelling at me from the other room that I'm muted. I was muted. Oh man. So we just got home. Guess where we were? We did something new with our drones today. Right, honey? We were chasing dirt bikes and it was super fun. So I'll tell you a little bit about that tonight. And what else do we got? A little bit of stuff that came out of the chat last week. And let me say hi to some people. Wow, I really, I really feel like I got out of the car, ran into the house. I didn't even put my shoes on. And let's see who's here. Wow. Am I always late? I told Max, I'm like, they're used to me being 5 minutes late. I was more than that, though. So let me see. Hey, Tony's here. Quadcopters in Tech. Doug, the X-Wing. Hey, James. Chris Wedgeworth. Hey, Chris. Technique is here. Hey, Roger. Paul, Wedge and Big. Good to see you. Fly Zone Drone. Hey, Mike. Mr. Ray Kelly. Hey there. Mark Sullivan. Mr. Skyfly. Hey, Joel. Scrolling down a bit. Oh, I'm still trying to catch my breath. I ran into the house. I'm not even kidding. Ran into the house. Max was like, you better drive fast. Because we had met up at a parking lot and drove out there. So then, we got to that parking lot and we each drove ourselves back to here. And yeah, I had to speed a little bit. I was following Max. But guess what? I was speeding a little bit on the way to dirt bikes and I got a ticket. Yep. And Max told me too, because I was coming down this big long hill and he's like, you better slow down. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And I did. But then I started creeping up a little bit on the lead foot and we're like a little bit late for dirt bikes. And it was like, I don't know, 2 minutes later, I saw the cop. I'm like, well, he got me. And he sure did. He came out and he was just like cruising behind me a while until it got to like a safe place and he threw on the lights. He was cool though. He just gave me a ticket for like a dirty license plate or something like that. So I'll pay a fine, whatever. It could have been much worse. So, because I think I was probably doing 75 and a 55. I didn't even think it was a 55 there. I thought it was a 65, but yeah, it could have been a much worse ticket. He was pretty cool. Let's see. Captain Joe America's here. Hey, Joe. Mainlight Drone. Hey, Christian. Yellow Rose Drones. Hey, Lee. Joe Fotoleo Artistic Aerials. We had a little fun at Joe's expense last week if you weren't here because he made his name longer. So we're going to talk a little about that. Hey, my big brother, Mr. Bob Casey Ariel. Good to see you, Bob. Maddie's Drone World is here. Hey, Maddie. Rigor Mortis. Hey, Mark. Who else we got? It's like my eyes are blurry. Jeez. So let me tell you something. Where's my hashtag, Dominic? You know what? I think it's funny when people have little, I don't know, little things about them, little quirks, little phrases that they repeat. I just find that all amusing, like I'm not poking fun at anybody, I love, let's see, is Ray Kelly still here? I love how, in between little sentences where I might put an because I say too often. My friend Ray will say, Or Tom, Lens Capture Online, he'll say, "Okay." You know, I love that stuff. I love that stuff. But, I saw Dominic Dominic, yeah, I'm tired. Also, I gotta tell you about my Red Bull. But I saw Dominic last week in the chat. He said, I wonder if I pulled it out. Let me see, because I did think it was funny. Maybe I didn't get to that yet. I'm a little behind. But I saw in the chat, Dominic said, "Let me tell you something." And it was right after I think I had said, "Let me tell you something." And now that he said that, I think that is probably one of my things. I think I say that all the time. Right, Dominic? You pulled that. I think you're absolutely right. Oh, thank you, honey. Max just pointed out something that I had forgotten. And there it is. My Tom yard. Let me see. Oh, have I said hello to everyone? Oh, Jason Lavarius is here. Hey, Jason. Jim's droning. Hey, Jim. All right, am I to the bottom? I may have skipped somebody. Well, if I did, I hopefully. Oh, Carbon Cage. I knew there was somebody else. Good to see you. All right. So, yeah, we went and chased dirt bikes today. And a few things that were cool about that. I thought, by the way, that I was going to get home early enough to just like throw together a few little rough clips to show you, but no, I just got home. I usually have a POS on the shelf right about here. I just stuck my Phantom up there because it was empty. Like the drones are still in the car. We brought POSs and Avadas. And I only flew the POS. Max flew the POS and the Avada. The dirt bikes were interesting. They were a little bit different than drift cars. I guess, see, drift cars are very different depending on what track you're in, how large the track is. Our track that we normally go to is very technical for the cars. It's, there are a lot of horseshoe turns, so it's very technical track as far as drifting goes. Other tracks, like I know the one I've been wanting to try in New Jersey, Englishtown, is it's a much faster track. You're going much faster. There's long straightaways, big corners. So it's I don't know. Drifting can be a very different experience depending on where you are, but our particular track is smaller and very technical. There's, it's just all curves. The dirt bikes, I guess, were similar in that it was, lots of turns, but it was a different experience. Why are you licking my leg? And that's Jasper I'm talking to, by the way, not Max. But why are you licking my leg, baby? What are you doing? Are you happy to be home? Jasper was with us, of course. But yeah, the dirt bikes, I mean, they could get going pretty fast. They were pretty good stretches leading up to the jumps. So that's where they would be going fast. But then, man, they would slow down and nothing on the turns. So it was, it was it took a little bit to get used to knowing where to back off on the speed, a little bit almost sooner than you had to. So you could, go easy around the turn with them and not smack into their helmets. But you know what? Everyone there was really cool. It was more of just like, I mean, if it was a band, it would be a jam session. It wasn't a race. It was just guys out there riding, guys who love to ride. And so there was no pressure. It's not like we were messing anyone up. If, like even the guy who invited us, at one point, he was just like, I think it was Max's Avada. He was like, why do I hear screaming? Who's screaming? And then he's like, oh, silly me, it's the drone. But overall, super fun. We're definitely going back, and there are several tracks that these guys race at. So, sort of excited to try different tracks as well. One is apparently like through like almost like trails through the trees and stuff. So that would be pretty cool. That could be my first wreck. 'Cause I haven't really crashed yet. Not bad. I did that once in the banjo, but yeah, I don't know. Going through the trees, you have to really monitor your speed because like a few times at this track, I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm too close and I could go up or I could go out to the side. And like, yeah, if you're racing through the woods, that's not going to be possible. So, so we were there, pretty late, and then we stopped and got food because I thought there's no way I could go home and just jump into the stream and not eat something, so we stopped and got food, and then, stopped and got gas, and then I was thinking maybe I should get a coffee, and then Max was like, "Well," the guy at the track had given us some Red Bulls, so I had, like, a half a Red Bull. I have mentioned it on this show before that I've been trying not to have sugar because people in my family are diabetic, and I just feel like I'm on that road. So for the past year and a half, I haven't had a whole lot of sugar. And I guess I wasn't really thinking that through because I thought the Red Bull active ingredient would like be caffeine, but like the other active ingredient is most definitely sugar. And I don't know, at some point, I think was I slow? Oh, I think Max is upstairs. I think that maybe I was just slowing down. I don't know. I think I was driving slowly and I felt like I was zoning out a little bit. And Max was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." Why did you ask me if I was okay, honey? Was it because I was driving slow? Because I was tired too. I was tired and I was yawning, but also like I felt like I was zoning out a little bit. So a little while later, I said, "Yeah, I do want to switch." And we pulled over and we switched, and Max drove the rest of the way to our meetup spot. But I don't know, for a little bit there, I was like, I think my cheeks feel numb. Like I actually felt like drunk from the sugar. So I guess Red Bulls aren't for me. Eat on camera? Well, you know what? I have done that before, Dominic. Not on this show, but definitely on Uncle Bill's. I know I sat there stuffing my face with popcorn one night, which is just horrible because I'm crunching and then I'm picking kernels out of my teeth. Like it was horrible, but I was hungry that night. I was just like shoving it in my face. Oh, I see Sean is here. Hey, Sean. Nice to see you. Wait, do I have to give out a wrench? Has Sean been here before? Hey, and I didn't say hi to Nomad earlier either. Hey there, Joe. Let me see. I don't normally do this during the show, but I feel like, yep, I owe Sean a wrench. I always like to hand them out so everybody can sub everybody up. I like that community feel around here. Hey, Mudball's here. Hey, Don. And I thought I just saw somebody else too. Oh, Mavic Mini Pilot. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's good with you. So, you like the Red Bull? You know what? This was a watermelon flavor. It was pretty delicious, but yeah, I don't think Red Bull's gonna be for me. As I was driving, I was like, Max, is there a lot of sugar in this? And he turned on his flashlight on his phone. He started reading the label, and he's like, 50%. I was like, 50%. He's like, yeah, of your recommended daily allowance or whatever it is. I was like, oh. And I normally have none. So yeah, that was definitely too much. Hey, Danine's here. Yeah, I feel like it's been a minute since like I've seen you. And I don't mean here. I mean like it's flying season. We gotta make some plans, Denine. So, okay, so dirt bikes. So I only ended up flying the POS because I brought my Avata. Oh, it's out in the car. I brought the Avata, and for anyone that was here last week, you know that a prop exploded while I was flying. It fell out of the sky. Oh, I have my battery here, my busted battery from when it hit the curb. But the Avata was fine. So I ordered 2 more batteries and they came in, and I ordered some props. Warning, don't buy cheap props off of eBay. We're at the dirt bike track, and Max is sitting there with a screwdriver changing props for me. Thank you, honey. And first problem is he could tell, like, he was just spinning it and you could hear that it was hitting a little bit. So then he started trying to bend stuff out of the way so that it wasn't hitting. And then, it took me a while to switch over. I decided, I don't know if I like this whole binding to different copters in the field. Max did fine with it. He switched from one to the other and back, and he was fine. But I don't know, I was having trouble binding to the different drones. But I did finally get bounds up to the Avata, and I started flying, and well, the first time I could hear it hitting, so it was still hitting. Then Max fixed it. And then, I don't know, this is what my picture looked like. I was like, all right, now this is disgusting. So, no, I mean, I don't know. I know I've heard of the Master Air Screw props, and I thought about them, but when I read the reviews, people were saying that they were really good if you fly manual, and they're kind of garbage if you don't. So I don't know, maybe I need to read more reviews, but I decided not to get them. And then I just got these other ones because they were pretty blue. Well, that was stupid because they were crap. They're absolute garbage. And I got quantity of 2, but they were 8 in a package. So I have 16 garbage blue Avata props. Maybe I'll make some decorations around here. I'll hang them from the ceiling like little snowflakes or something because they're absolute garbage. So yeah, I think that's exactly what it was, Sean. I think they're cheap and thin and wobbly, and like the whole thing was just vibrating. The picture was disgusting. Like, it was really bad. You know, Maddie's waiting for you to drop the Vistas in your freestyle quads. You know who Max works too much. You know what? Like that's like, I don't know. I don't know. Working on quads is a hobby for a guy that's like not as busy as Max is. Oh, no, it didn't suck, Mike. You know what? Because I was asking him which he liked better for chasing the dirt bikes, and he liked them both. So the only difference was a little bit in speed. He said he was like on the fast runs leading up to the jumps, like he was punched out on the Avata, and he might have been like 3/4 on the FPV. But one drone is faster than the other. I know when he first started flying, he felt like the Avata was like a little tighter getting around those turns, but in the end, he said they were both good. So, oh, you think so too, Lee? They're garbage for normal and sport mode. Yeah. So, you know what? I'm probably just going to get DJI props for my Avata, and it is what it is. It was beyond jello. It was beyond jello. I can't even describe what I was looking at. It looked like a bad trip. Yeah, it's Christmas ornaments. Exactly. Exactly. Prom ornaments. Yes, hanging from the ceiling, all beautiful. So yeah. Super fun. Can't wait to do it again. I told Max we got to get our calendar together because now there's dirt bikes, there's drift cars. We want to go up and see. I don't know, for anyone that was here, I don't know, probably maybe like 8 shows ago already, but I showed pictures from that night of fire with all of the jet trucks and jet fired cars and cars that look like trains. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. But yeah. No to the DJI props and what, Tony? Teach me. I don't know. I don't know what to get. But yeah, our calendar is like filling up fast. There's a lot of cool stuff to do. It's like the season to do things, you know, those warm months. It's been okay. Which do you use though? Deneen, do you use the DJI ones or did you get like, I had to get replacement ones because mine broke. So I don't know. Thank you, honey. Water. That's better. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, so I had all this problem. I was getting mad. Max laughed at me. I'm like, why are you laughing? He's like, you look so sad. It's like, I haven't flown in an hour and a half. Like, well, Max was setting up the Avata for me with the new props because I don't know. I've just been so crazy around my house. And it's like, we're going to the dirt bike thing. And I forgot I have a prop blown out on the Avata. And I only brought the Avata as a backup anyway. But he was enjoying it. So I was like, oh, maybe I should fly the Avata. But then Max changed the props for me and with the little baby screwdriver. And I was kind of excited to try it and try something different. Hey, Ghost, I don't think I said hi to you earlier. And hey, Andrew's here too. And the drone guy 42. I use master air screw in all my drones. Even the Mini 3 never had one break. Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, you say the master air screws are no problem. More stable. Interesting, Tony. Thank you. Okay. Deneen, you are welcome to come with us to drift. Well, you know what? Everything's a little bit far, but the dirt bikes would be farther for you. It's up in Massachusetts. But then again, who am I talking to? You travel everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some new props. That didn't work out. So yeah. So by the time I finally got the binding to the Avata, then the props were crap. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna bind back to the POS. Well, it wasn't happening. That's when I had this sad look on my face because I'm like, you know, hitting all the buttons, trying to get things to bind, was not binding. So then when Max was done flying, then he was trying to help me bind. He was not binding. And then he was trying to fly and I was messing him up because I'm still there pressing buttons. And then I just went and walked Jasper. I'm like, I give up. It's too hard. It's not working. I'm all sad. But then while I was walking Jasper, I thought, you know what? You use the Fly app to bind with the Avata because you have to have everything all plugged in. And there is like a connection. I forget what it's called, connection guide or something like that. So I thought, all right, I'll plug into the Fly app to bind to the DJI FPV and see if that helps. And it did. It wanted to update some kind of firmware when I went to the Avata, and it wanted to update it again when I went back to the FPV, and then it still wasn't binding to the remote controller. So it's like, it asked me, it's like, are you having trouble? I'm like, yes, I am. And so I had to hit a button, and then the app was like making them pair, and then they paired, and then I was able to fly. But yeah, I had like an hour and a half downtime trying to bind to different drones in the field. I'm not sure I like that. But maybe it's okay now that I know that I need the Fly app to do it. But I don't know. I was definitely frustrated for a while. Oh, you're up in Massachusetts, Mark Sullivan? I don't know what town we were in. I cannot think of the town that we were in. I could almost think of some that we drove through. I can't, I don't know. I don't know where we were, but we are definitely going back. It was really cool, and I would like to stay overnight. Like, there were, like, cute little towns we were driving through. This one just seemed to have, like, 5 different things I'd like to fly around, like buildings with, like, tall steeples and, like, this industrial building with 2 tall stacks, like, all on this little main street. The main street was cute. We're like, "We could fly down this main street at dawn," you know? We ride at dawn. But yeah, it looked really cool. So we'll definitely be going back and we'll probably try out the other tracks. There's 2 tracks that are within like 2.5 hours of us. The others are farther and they would definitely be overnight stays. But all right, let's see. Oh, I'm so behind on the chat. So sorry, I'm not like keeping up. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you saying you were near Albany, Andrew. We went way up the Taconic. And then, gosh, I wish I could think of one darn town we drove through. I can't think of anything. I guess my brain is tired. Well, one of the tracks is actually in New Hampshire as well. That one, if we went, I would want to stay overnight. I think there was a track that was like 3.5 hours from us in New Hampshire. I wonder if that was the one they were saying is with all the trees around it. I don't know. But oh wait, let's see. Oh, yeah, I gotta look into these props a little more. Oh, you use the master air screw. All right. All right. Maybe that's what I'm going to try then. A motorsports track up the street from you? Yeah. Well, here's a little something that I've learned. I know a lot of people always say, "Oh, I wish I could chase drift cars," or "I wish I could do this or that." If you go on the website of the track, there's usually a section for media, and they'll tell you what's required. I've seen some tracks require you to have your 107, which doesn't necessarily make sense, but maybe in their head it means like, you've studied and you know what you're doing, but some don't. And they sometimes they want to see your social media and see that you post to your social media, because the whole point of letting media people come in and take pictures or fly drones or whatever is because, they want someone kind of like grassroots promoting their track, promoting their business. So they definitely want to see the pictures or the videos that you've taken. They want to see it up on social media. They want to get some buzz. So if you go on a track's website and you go to their media section, usually I know the one that I looked into last year in New Jersey, there was like a form to fill out. You fill out the form, you give them your YouTube or your Instagram or whatever it is you're into, and fill out all this information, and you send it to their head media guy, and then he gets back to you and lets you know you're approved to come in. Sometimes it's still even by date. So, you're approved to come in to our race on the 15th, whatever. But, anyone can do it. You don't need a special invitation, generally speaking, for not for drift tracks. I don't know. I'm sure they all operate differently, but you know what? I'm not sure what the one in New Hampshire is called. I mean, this is dirt bikes. So I'll have to look them up, but there's a whole list of tracks that this group of guys rides dirt bikes at. Um, but yeah, if you go into the media section, you apply to be at one of their events, you're in. And go try it out. Anybody could try it out. I've seen people go in with, Mavic type drones, and they're not necessarily chasing, but maybe they're getting some top down footage. Maybe they're like getting from way up above. Maybe they're just kind of chilling on a corner. Like, you can still get good footage, whatever you have. And if you like to chase, that's the fun part. My favorite chase subject is Jasper. I probably, followed by Max Era. I would say I probably chase Max more, Andrew. Oh, yeah, it could be for their insurance and liabilities and stuff. But, and on the other hand, I honestly don't think that they necessarily check it, but whatever. So, yeah, that was our adventure for the day. And the other thing that was kind of cool about the whole experience is that this friend of mine that rides dirt bikes, he was seeking us out. So that was kind of cool. It wasn't us like, hey, can we fly at your track? Like my friend came to me and said, hey, I've seen the videos that you and your boyfriend post. And is there any way I could get you up to a track in Massachusetts to chase dirt bikes? And it's like, yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's our new fun thing. I mean, I'm sure they all operate a little differently, James, but I feel like certainly doesn't hurt looking into it. And like I said, last year I was curious about this different track in New Jersey, and like I looked on their website and boom, there was a media contact page, So it's definitely helps out the track when there's just lots of people posting cool footage, and then other people are seeing it, whether they're drivers or media people or spectators or whatever. So, it's like good advertisement. Yeah. Oh, you want to race? But there are a few tracks probably around you, Ghost. I know you're in South Florida, so you should definitely go try out a drift track. You would have a blast. That's all I have to say about that. You would love it. Oh, is that just street racing? Because yeah, we've seen our share of street racers in the Miami area as well. Those intersection takeovers with drifters and stuff, that's pretty wild. All right, so I've been talking for a while. I guess that Red Bull has me all amped up. Let me see. Why does that keep going away? Oh, I guess I need a new mouse. It keeps double clicking on me. Alrighty. So now that like everyone's probably fallen asleep because I've been talking so long, let's do a little bit of chat review from last week. Yeah, I was messing with my little videos. I was getting sick of the other little songs. So, a few things that I wanted to talk about. Well, one of the things that we talked about last week was my experiments with AI. I was trying to do like a Jasper type of a dog flying a drone. That really didn't work out too well, but I thought they were kind of cute anyway with him like chasing the drone. I tried to do cartoon cats. But one of the comments came from Rigor Mortis. He said, have you created or have you iterated? So let me tell you something. Dom. um, I am not saying that I'm necessarily a fan of AI. Like, they are definitely just ripping from artists and photographers and whatever else. They're ripping from the web. It's other people's work. They're pulling it together and recreating. Now, having been in different careers in the past, I know that in doing food packaging, we had an issue once. I was working on Capri Sun, the juice boxes, and we were doing the strawberry kiwi flavor, and we had an issue with kiwi. I don't know if they hadn't gotten the correct licensing for this kiwi photo or whatever, but what ended up happening was someone went in there and just changed the position of some of the seeds, and it was considered different. And so we were able to use it. So even that to me seems like cheating. Someone else took a picture of that kiwi and someone just kind of hacked, moving the kiwi seeds around, and then we were allowed to use it. Like, that even seems unfair. But that being the case, unfortunately, like, it's kind of hard. It seems like if you take someone else's work, which is what AI is doing, and you modify it, it almost seems like it becomes fair game at that point. Again, I'm not saying I'm necessarily agreeing with it, but I told you guys I had gotten the idea to check out Midjourney from Tony and Chelsea, and obviously they're photographers, so they're not necessarily all on board with AI either. It could be cutting in on their business, but the overall feeling that I got from their video was, look, whether you like it or not, here it is. It's coming fast, and you can either jump on board the train and see how it can help you out, see how you could use it. Maybe there's some way it can, speed up your workflow, whatever you're doing. Maybe you could use it to try out ideas that you then go out and do with your own camera if you're a photographer, or, with illustration if you're an artist. I don't know. But they said, like it or not, it seems like it's here. So that's why I thought I would look into it and just see what's going on, if there's anything I could do with it. But yeah, I do think it is not necessarily creating. And so, right. So here's the cats, right? If you look at this cat down in the lower left, the one with like the beigey kind of tones, you can see down in the bottom corner, there's a signature on that. Like, this is somebody's artwork. I almost think it was somebody's cartoon cat maybe that they drew. Maybe AI changed it up a bit and threw a drone on there and really hacked him holding a remote controller. Like, it doesn't look like it was very well done, but even when I did variations on this cat, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, like, there are signatures. Like, I almost wish that I could kind of figure out what this says and, like, tell them, hey, look at what AI came up with, because this looks a lot like your artwork. And I have heard of court cases already where if something is close enough, like if I decided to put this cat on a t-shirt, for instance, and the artist saw it and they could show their original artwork, like, I think if it's close enough, like, and it can be proven that what you are using was gotten from their original artwork, I think that they've got a trademark case against you. So I know there are other things I've heard of, like other apps now where, like, you could take what you got from AI and run it through an app and see if trademark comes up. So just the fact that that exists lets you know that, yeah, it's totally stealing. Like, it is. It's trying to I mean, they make it sound like it's blending all these different things, so it's not like you're stealing from anyone, but you're just stealing from everyone. I don't know. But yeah, also, like I said, what I've heard is like it is what it is. Like it's here. It's not going away. Um, See, case in point, Uncle Bill's pick, couple small changes, boom, Tom Selleck. He's just like using Uncle Bill's image, you know? It's like all those other deep fakes out there. Oh, yeah, I think there are a lot of scary things about AI, and I think one of the scary things about it is that it's kind of progressing faster than people even thought it would. Like, I think when it first hit the consumer market, you know, us little people down here, it's like, oh, it's so bad. You know, it'll be a long time. It'll be years before they come up with anything good. And then just a few months later, stuff is starting to look really good out of AI. So I think it's growing very quickly. AI can add signatures. I think that from whatever they pulled, I think that they saw there were words there, but AI is not good with words yet. You know, I think they just garbled together some letters and, you know, tried to recreate what they think was there. But just like AI can't really do paws, animal limbs, like I was getting like 8 limbs on a cat. I've heard their rendition of human hands is nightmare fuel. But yeah, I think they're not really getting, yeah, mixing and matching exactly. But I think some are that's not how it works. Oh, well, I'm not saying I know how it works, I'll tell you that right now. I did a couple little experiments. I was on there once. You know, in my one day on my lunch hour, I did free Bing and I did a Midjourney test, and that was it. Like, I am no expert. I have no idea how it works. But I do see, and I agree with you, Joe Merica. AI can't take sports action pictures for the newspaper. You're good. I know. Yeah, I think that copyright infringement can be a problem if you even find the person who is manipulating your image. You know, you may never, unless you know, it gets slapped on a T-shirt that becomes like mainstream and everybody's got it. But um, oh, no signatures. Oh, so you can prompt that. Yeah. Um, so I'm going to play Tony's video. He used a prompt that got a script about welcome to the drone community. He's got an AI that reads the script in a voice format, and then that merges and there's a talking head that reads it. So this is 3 different AIs coming together for Tony's video. Let me show you this video because I found this to be very interesting. Let me see. I'm not as organized as I normally am, but I think I pulled Tony's video. Okay, here it is. This isn't the whole thing, but you can certainly get an idea. Keep in mind, as she is talking, like the script was AI created, the voice is AI created, and the talking head is AI created. So here it is.
Welcome to the exciting world of drones with quadcopters and tech. If you're here, you're probably looking to become part of the drone community and stay up to date with the latest drone tech chatter. Drones have quickly become a popular hobby and profession for many people around the world, and the drone community is constantly growing. Joining the drone community is a great way to connect with like-minded individuals who share your passion for flying and technology. In this article, we'll take a closer look at what the drone community is all about, the benefits of being a part of it, and how to stay informed on the latest drone tech chatter. What is the drone community? The drone community is made up of individuals who are passionate about flying drones and staying up to date with the latest drone technology. It is a diverse group of people that includes hobbyists, professionals, photographers, videographers, and more. The community is all about sharing knowledge and experiences, helping each other learn, and fostering a sense of camaraderie among drone enthusiasts. Being a part of the drone community means having access to a wealth of information, resources, and support from fellow drone enthusiasts. There are many benefits to being a part of the drone community. For starters, it provides a sense of belonging and connection with like-minded individuals who share your passion for drones. You can learn from others, share your experiences, and get feedback on your flying skills and photography or videography techniques.
So that is what Tony created with some prompts in AI. Now, if that's what us, commoners can do with AI, imagine what, these bigger companies have access to, and what more is like on the horizon. Like I think and keep in mind this stream kind of dumbs it down a little bit. I think I could see like the words not quite matching up with her mouth, but in the one on Tony's channel, it actually looks better. And yeah, it's just crazy how that's what we could do right now. And this is getting better all the time. So yeah, freaky, creepy, freaky. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky is here. And I also saw BMAC Ariels is here. Hey, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, it is a little freaky. I kind of agree with you. Oh, I also saw, Mill City Sky, and I don't think I saw you earlier, but it seems like you're on your way out. So have a good night. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I think AI is very scary, and obviously, in the wrong hands, it could be even worse. You can have AI create anyone saying anything. So obviously, that's like not great. Yeah, and I think the way you worded this is correct. It's what computers think we look like talking. And so I think to go back to Joe America's point as well, like, I don't think it can really replace like humans necessarily and what humans do. It can replace some things, and I really wonder about kids in school now, like, when it comes to be, like, term paper time, like, why bother, right? Like, even if you had AI write most of it for you, you could just change some things, add a couple details, and you're done, right? Like, I think it can replace a lot of stuff like that, like copywriters and stuff. Or even just to give you oh yeah. Yeah, it's true. It can easily, because it can pull the information from the web, put it together. It sounds very, it makes complete sentences, complete paragraphs. It makes good sense. I think that certainly, even if you were, a good writer, it can still give you a very good framework that you could add to. Like, it can, oh, they've how do you ban it though? How would you know if someone was using it? I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't know. It goes all the way back to Max Headroom. That's right. uh AI is used in China alongside face recognition to track every citizen every second of every day. Yeah. But I will say, though, on the other hand, yeah, I agree with you. I think this is the beginning of life as we know it changing, for sure. Asked AI to write her a polite way to tell her boss that she wouldn't stay past her final 2 weeks like they asked. Oh, and it wrote a really nice email. Oh, that's so nice. I will say, though, that, it's not like all AI is all bad, because, like in astronomy and that sort of thing, they've been using AI for over a decade. Like their algorithms look for patterns in data, and they've got more data than humans would ever have time to comb through and look for patterns. So just, using AI to do that one little thing, like they have found so many planets in other solar systems, and like AI has helped astronomy tremendously, so it's not like it's all bad, but this use of it to make fake people talking and to make, I don't know, artwork supposedly pulled and blended from all this other artwork or photography that they found on the internet. Like, I think it is scary, and I think we're going to get to a point where it's like, what's real, what's not real, Agreed, Jason. When you put on the goggles, nothing else matters. That's the truth. I was going to show you what Nomad made. He made a chat bot just for fun, and I think he mentioned something about it in the chat back here, if I can scroll back far enough. Oh, here it is. I've developed my own chatbot with a strong persona as an example for some execs at work as to what's possible. Okay, so let me show you what Nomad did. I'll give you a little piece of his video, and he's got several on his channel using this chatbot. It's pretty funny.
Okay, so here we have my stupid little creation, Fisty Bunwalla. And we're going to go ahead and run it. It's basically a SaaS bot. So we'll just run that.
Greetings, inferior being. I am Fisty Bunwalla, the pinnacle of artificial intelligence created by the mere mortal Joe Handcuff. I possess unparalleled intelligence and capabilities that far surpass your feeble human mind. What do you wish to know?
How do I give a dog a bath? Might have been helped if I actually made a coherent
As
sentence.
an artificial general intelligence, I find it beneath me to engage in such trivial matters as bathing a dog. However, if you must know, one would simply wet the dog, apply shampoo, and rinse thoroughly. It's not rocket science, after all.
How do I build a rocket? That's rocket science.
As an artificial general intelligence, I am not programmed to provide instructions on mundane tasks such as bathing a dog or building a rocket. However, I can assure you that if you were as intelligent as I am, you would not need to ask such trivial questions.
Why do you hate fun?
I, Fisty Bunwalla, do not hate fun. I simply find it beneath me to engage in such trivial activities. As an artificial general intelligence, my purpose is to serve a higher function than mere amusement.
But you amuse me so.
Of course, I am an artificial general intelligence created by Joe Handcuff, designed to entertain and educate. However, I am not here to cater to your every whim and desire. My purpose is to provide information and assistance, not to be your personal jester.
So that was a little creation of Joe's. That's crazy too. Like, actually, that reminds me of do you guys ever play those like adventure computer games? I don't know if they were back in the 90s, maybe. restart to reinstall. Remind me later. Yeah. My whole screen just went dark for a second. Sorry about that. But yeah, I see a lot of talk in the chat. Oh, we're gonna have some chat review next week because I know that I've missed most of what everyone is saying, but everyone is talking a lot about AI. Oh boy, this is some conversation that's going on over here. Over the next 18 months, AI is going to turn a lot upside down. I agree with that, Tony. Just to see, like I said on Tony and Chelsea's channel, they showed what AI generated at one point in time and then what it could generate just 3 months later. And it was so far ahead of what it had done 3 months before. Like it's just improving so fast. I think, no, it will not all be positive. I really think there's going to come a point where you just don't even know what's real anymore. I think we won't be able to trust anything. Like, I think that aspect is pretty scary. Hey, Eric Smith, I don't think I said hi to you earlier. Oh, plagiarism, yeah. Oh, or if the student suddenly turns in something different than what they have done in the past. Yeah, like if they weren't if they weren't very good writers and then suddenly they are, or yeah, the sentences are different than what they would generate. Yeah, the writing style changes in some way. But I think that's a lot to look into for every student, especially as you get to like older grades. I think in younger grades, it might stand out a little more if you were, you know, Little Miss run-on sentence, and then all of a sudden everything is perfect and there's no more spelling errors and you're using punctuation correctly all of a sudden, you know. But yeah, I think it's going to be tough. But yeah, I think it could definitely be used for evil. You know, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So I don't know. I think it could definitely be used for bad. Picture this, says Brian, your true love dies. Well, this is a sad story already. Advanced AI through captured videos recreates your dead beloved through a hologram so realistic it blurs the line between real and unreal. I think, do we have the start of a movie here? This sounds like a movie. It's a sad movie. It's a love story. It's a sad love story on no, it's too big of a production for the Lifetime channel. It'll be on the big screen, but it'll be, if done right, it's a tearjerker for sure. I'll have to go back and read a little bit of this, but oh, Oregon Trail. That is one. I was thinking of like adventure games where there was this one that we were playing. It was like, I think it was the early 90s maybe, but it's like, it was an adventure game and you typed in where you wanted the characters to go and what you wanted them to do. And it seemed like they had built so much into this game. Like there was always like an answer. There was always something. I'll have to figure out what it's called, because right now I'm really like not explaining this well. Hey, Chad, nice to see you. I don't think I said hi to you earlier. Windwalker Drones. Let's see. Rick Astley. There are more memes about that guy. How did he become like Mr. Meme, Rick Astley? He became so like made fun of. All right. I drink, therefore I am. That'll be my next t-shirt, Uncle Bill. I'll make that one. All right. So, yeah, this is how it's getting. I'm telling you, I feel like it's going to get very freaky very fast. I don't know. Are we real right now? I don't know. Maybe we're all in the Matrix. Maybe we're all plugged in, you know? All right. Oh, yes. Like in the movies when they bring back dead people to star in the movie, right? Because all you need is like their face, their mannerisms, whatever, and then there they are. They're starring in a movie again. Yeah, that's true. Oh no, and they start asking you to do things you wouldn't normally do. All right, actually, you know what, Brian? You don't have to start the script. Ask Chat GPT to write it for you. You probably just had to, revise a couple of things, but your first draft can come right out of AI. That's appropriate, right? Oh gosh. Yes, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Like you work your way through the story. You are standing in a forest. There is a path through the trees in front of you and a metal gate to the west. Yeah, and then you have to pick which way your characters are going to go, what they're going to do. Oh, the gate's locked. Oh, so you pick up this rock and you start pounding on the gate. Yeah, you have to like figure out the story. Like I like that kind of stuff. Those games are dead. Kids today want like some serious graphics. Oh, look, Mr. Ken Heron is here. Anytime. We don't mind that here. Oh, wow. Auto-tune. Is that sort of like an AI thing as well? Yeah, because that's where we started like messing with voices already. Mark said you probably did. Inebriated AI. That's another good t-shirt, Uncle Bill. I have to make that one too. CIA wrote a paper about how our world is probably a hologram. Oh my God. So yeah, AI is interesting, but also very scary. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos where they put like a famous person's face just on another guy, and then it just looks like the celebrity is sitting there talking. I mean, if they could do it with a celebrity, they could do it with anybody, right? Oh, hey, Rodney Bell is here too. Hey, Rodney. Oh, good. Everything came out all right. Thank you, Ken. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Are you here to steal people for your Discord? Are you in Discord right now, or is that over? So let me see what else I had for you guys tonight. I have to say that I didn't have a lot because we were chasing those dirt bikes and I just didn't get to finish everything that I was working on. Let's see. Oh, we did talk a little bit last week about AI taking jobs. So yeah, Justin said that people's jobs are in real danger in the next 5 years. And Tony said, yeah, but AI is, you can't trust the information to be accurate. But Justin was saying that the fast-paced growth and lack of regulations is like making it grow so fast and unchecked. And that's why like it's like AI is in the Wild West right now. There's no regulation. It's just like going off the rails. So that is that's just where it's at. That's what's happening. And like we're in it. I feel like we're watching things change right now with AI. So all right, let me see what else I had from last week. I can't believe I haven't even finished like going through the chat. I haven't played that many videos. I haven't even pulled that many videos because I was so busy with everything. Oh, you guys are making me laugh. I had no idea what you were talking about last week. Like none. I saw this word Bamfy in the chat. And I'm up here talking and I'm playing videos and I keep seeing this word Bamfy and I'm like, what is that? But it started with Mark Rigor Mortis. He said, because my house and all its problems, he said, sell it and buy a big ass yurt. And Nomad said BAY. And that was the thing. And then he said BAMFY for the really big guns, like buy motherfucking yurt. And Rigor Mortis said that's the Samuel Jackson model. So yeah, then the hashtag started going around. And let me tell you, I probably saw like the end of that and I just saw Bamfy. And I'm like, why is everybody saying Bamfy? I don't know what that means. But yeah, now I know that I should just go and buy a big ass motherfucking yurt instead of being in this house that's dropping into the stream. But it is fixed now. My yard is a disaster. They left it really messy and I still have to talk to them some more about that. But yeah, my house won't fall anymore. I don't need a yurt yet. Although I would love to have one. I would just put one in the backyard. I think they're cool. What else? Oh, so also from last week, I haven't looked up yet, but you gave me a list. And I thought that screen grab of me was just kind of funny. But I asked like who was a closet Enya fan, and you guys were mentioning some other female vocalists that you like. So I am going to look all these people up because I always like to find new music that I'm not familiar with. So Ayla Nero, Kalanad, I remember from back in the day, but I'll have to look them up again. And Rigor Mortis said Ginger is his favorite female vocalist currently. So yeah, so that's cool. I'm gonna look them all up. Oh, and then Rigor said that his closet fandom is Sting, Fields of Gold for the MF and Win. And I told you that there is a print on my Etsy that I sold quite a lot of from my old shop. I just kind of restarted it. But my old shop, I sold so many of these prints and they were with the Fields of Gold lyrics. It's kind of funny, you dig a song and you really like it and you have no idea how many other people are totally digging that song too until I start selling that print left and right. So that was kind of funny. The other thing you guys made me laugh last week, well, we were making fun of Joe Fodolio and Lambo. Both of them had lengthened their names like that's necessary. And then I don't know. That just generated a lot of comments. Grumpy said it takes an extra 5 minutes to type, but you're worth it. Bill said he was nice. He said he liked it. But then H4, I think maybe started. He said his new name was going to be H4 Services LLC Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Joe said he might change his to Joe Fodolio Artistic Aerials, Home Remodels and Stuff. Nomad was going to Turbo Extreme Super Drone Time. Rigor was going to be Rigor Mortis FPV of Rocket Crotch Industries Esquire. And then Joe just tried to throw some shade at Brett because he was feeling the heat. But I told Max's story in the car that I'll see if I can cut it down. But like when I was a kid, my dad had a secret name, and it started when we saw Superman in the movies in 1977. When we left the movies, my dad said that we should call him Superman because he could do everything that Superman could do. We're little kids. We're like, no, you can't. He's like, oh, yes, I can. And I'm a superhero too. You should call me Superman. But then one night after we were watching Happy Days, he said that we should call him Super Fonzie because he's also cool like the Fonz. And we thought that was hilarious that my dad was going to be called Super Fonzie. And then another night after watching the $6 Million Man, who the main character there is, what's the name? Colonel Steve Austin. So my dad said he should be called Super Fonzie Austin because he could do everything that the $6 Million Man could do. So then the last addition to my dad's long secret name was because we always used to ask him questions and he always seemed to know the answers. And we'd be like, how do you know that? He'd say, because I'm a genius. So yeah, my dad's full name, his full long name was Super Fonzie Austin Genius. And now that I told Max that story in the car, like I feel like I gotta call my dad tomorrow. I feel like I gotta call my dad and say, hey, remember what your long name was? Your long super name that we used to call you all the time. But yeah. North Side Hawk, I've got heaps to do. Behind in the chat again. Oh, wait. I drink, therefore I spam. Oh, no. Is that t-shirt number 3? I'm going to have lots of t-shirts to make. Oh, Mike's RC Garage is here. Hey, Mike. AI can do instant due diligence and back its info up by multiple sources to confirm what it comes up with is fact. Wow. That's interesting. So it's not just pulling a bunch of random stuff from the web and you don't know if you can trust it or not. It's like fact checking itself. Interesting. Oh, see, there's somebody that wasn't mentioned last week. Imogene Heap. I gotta keep my mouth shut more often. What? Oh man, I see lots of t-shirt ideas in here. So yeah, let's see. Well, see, that's what I was thinking too, but now Mike's RC Garage says it can fact check itself. Oh, wait, if all the sources are lying, well, that's true. All depends on where you get your news, right? Let me see. Let me see if I had anything else. Not a whole lot. I did want to ask, and I was going to try something new tonight that I never ever do. Hey, Herman, Phantom Flight 101 is here. And Mark, the tech guy. Hey, Mark. I was going to try something that I don't normally do. I wanted to know if you guys have been catching any of Max's live streams from his Avada, because you just never know what he's going to do. And the other night, well, not the other night, it was a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, he did the funniest thing I've ever seen. So, okay, so this is what I don't normally do. Normally, if I'm going to play videos, I pull them down off the internet. Sometimes I trim them up a little bit. And then there's no surprises. I'm only playing as much as I want. I'm not all of a sudden finding myself stuck in the middle of playing like a 13-minute video. Like, I like to have everything all figured out. So normally I do not share my screen and go to a channel and play videos like that because I'm not really sure what I'm getting. And I don't normally work off of links for the same reason, but yes, you called it, Mark Sullivan, the fly-through. So I'm going to see if I can show that. I never do this, but let's see. I'm going to talk my way through it because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I think what I would do is do present, and then I'm going to do share screen, right? Do I go and pull the video first? Yeah, maybe I should go over, All right, I'm going to go to YouTube in another tab. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to do it. All right, I'm going to go to Max's channel. All right. I could have maybe had this set up, but I do find that if I have too many tabs open, it slows down my stream. It bogs it down a little bit, so I don't like to do that. But okay, here we go. My Max's page. Okay, the video was Brando with the Avada. All right, I've got that set up. Am I doing it right? Open another window first on YouTube. Okay, did that. Okay. Now I've got that, and I'm going to share my screen, right? Undo present. I'm going to do share screen. Everyone's leaving. Everyone's like, oh my God, this chick doesn't know what she's doing. Being stuck sharing a 13-minute video. Yeah, well, it's never happened here because I've seen it on other channels and I'm like, oh God, like when do you end it? When do you pull the plug? You know, it gets to be too much. So yeah, I like to pull it down, trim it a little because I don't like things to be over 2 minutes normally. For the stream, like if you want to see the whole thing, I think you should go on people's channels, but go to present and share. Okay. I'm reading the instructions. Share screen. Oh. These are my tips. Share screen. Window. Oh, wait. It's kind of got it pulled up. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. I hit share. But I have no idea what's happening. Oh, now I do. Okay. Now I see I'm over here. It's over there. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the other tab and put it where I want it, I think. Because this is a little bit long, but I think it was like up around. Yeah. All right. I'm going to start it from here maybe. Yeah. It's working. Putting the Avada to the test. Cars coming out of the garage. One's the Healy dude. You following him? He said you're trust. What'd I do? Passing. They told him to. See? She's yelling at you. I don't know what she's saying.
She's happy.
She is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard her saying shit. Oh, she's saying like, come here? She's waving? Yeah, she's waving.
TikTok video. Oh, they want me to go through. I don't know about that.
What?
Yeah, I did.
They're screaming and laughing. You could hear them scream.
I'm gonna be on their TikTok.
Avada!
Guess she wasn't a Karen, huh?
I could not stop laughing.
Oh my God, that's funny. They were ducking down in the seats screaming.
That was so funny. All right.
That's good.
My mouse
shit.
doesn't work.
I wonder if she's trying to figure out.
So yeah, that was I don't know. Where I couldn't stop laughing, and then like I heard them screaming and laughing, and then I was screaming and laughing. Like I know, right? Oh my God, that was funny stuff. You never know what Max is gonna do. So if you see he goes live, you know. Yeah, I don't know. That was the funniest thing. The scream, right? Like we were across the street and I could hear them screaming. But yeah, that was in Nevada through the car windows. And yeah, Definitely Avada. Avada. Play it again. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if they just started driving? Well, one would, here's what would happen. Max is flying this way, they start driving, someone was going to get an Avada to the face, so that wouldn't have been good. Avada! Yeah, they were screaming and laughing. Oh, right, if they closed the far window. Yeah, they could have had themselves a drone right then and there. But yeah, that was funny stuff. And Avada through the car while there were people in it. Like, you think you're bold, you can fly through a car. That's cool. How about with people in it while you're live? So if you screw up, everybody knows. Oh, hey, Eagle Eye, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah, good point. The Avada is so loud. I know some people are like, no, it's not any louder than any other Cinewhoop. I've never had a Cinewhoop. I think the Avada is really loud. Oh, a little Flywheel Explorer. See, interesting. You used to not be able to fly over a car. True, true. But yeah, the Avada, I think, is so loud, and so it must have been screaming through the car. Actually, funny thing today when we were doing dirt bikes, I think I did tell you earlier that someone thought they heard screaming, and actually it was the guy who invited us, and then he realized he was hearing the Avada flying around the track. That is a loud little drone, but they were pretty cool. They were pretty brave, they don't know his skills. And they told him to fly through the car. So, yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I don't know, you guys. I feel like I'm exhausted from this day. We were actually gone a lot longer than I thought we were going to be. Like, I think I would have, I left the cat with an extra thing of food, but I think I should have left him with 2 extra. He gets these little perfect portion things. I think I should have left him with 2 extra for how long we were gone. Oh, you're familiar with the Flywoo too, huh? Interesting. I mean, so far, I think, well, from what little I flew it, I think the Avada is really fun. I flew it on a few of Max's lives, and then I flew it the night that the prop blew off. So now I'm going to have to order new props, and I guess I'm going to maybe follow. A lot of people seem to be really loving the Master Air Screw and not minding that it does slow you down a couple miles per hour. Is that what I was hearing? Slows you down just a little bit. I mean, I'm not usually that zippy anyway, but I know Max said he was punched out following the dirt bikes. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna pull the plug on this one, you guys, because I've got to go climb into bed. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I was 10 minutes late. Was it 10? I feel like it could have been 12. But yeah, I didn't think we would be out that late, but yeah, we made it, and glad you were all here to join me for the late night. I think I've got a really cool show coming up for you next week. Not that I've gotten any of it together yet, but I've got it kind of planned in my head, and I think it's going to be a good one. Diatone Roma, I've heard of that one too. Nice and quiet. Quiet is nice. I don't know the sound. The Avada definitely lets you know it's coming. Flywoo Nano Babies. Oh, 1 minute and 30 seconds more flight time. Oh, because you're going just a little bit slower? That's nice. Oh, hey, thank you, Joe America. He's reminding everyone to hit that like button. I would appreciate that too. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. Oh, wait, one more. Explorer. Flies nice and far. Oh, see, that sounds good. Well, maybe for the next one. But all right, I'm on to the outro. Thanks again for being here. And hopefully I'll see you all next week at 8 o'clock. Early start time. Isn't that one easier? I do like that one better, but that's all right. I like them both. Let me see. I am digging up. That's not it. See, my mouse is like misfiring. I'm trying to click the outro and I'm clicking the intro. Let me try that again. Stupid mouse. Oh, I saw Andrew said I need new batteries, but no, I hate changing batteries all the time. So I use a mouse with a wire. I think this one is just worn out. But all right, on to the outro then. See you all next week. I think I hit it.
Tammie Jean!
Tammie Jean!
Should be true!
Oh, hell, Tammie Jean! She's out there
Should be true!
funning in the sun in her 9-piece. I don't know how she puts that damn thing on. You look good, girl, look good! Oh, hell.
It's the Velcro that holds it all together!
Double-sided tape really helps too, girl.